We're back.
Everything okay?
All right. I don't know.
Are we live? Just no audio?
Yeah, we got audio now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're back. 3.5 remaining in the first. 9-4 ball game. And they're going to call a travel on Kristen Cooper. Turnover to the Eagles.
We've already figured out in the first half of the first quarter, number 0's got to touch the basketball.
Yeah.
She's got to have the ball in her hand for them to be productive.
Just a sophomore. Middleton
Oh,
was wide open. Passes to Mannion, who
Okay.
connects with a once-upon-a-time three-pointer.
He was so confident in that Mannion was going to make that. I don't need to turn and look for the easy.
I was
cheat.
about to say, I think she didn't. You know, when you're so open, sometimes you just don't believe it. I think that's
Yeah.
what she saw. There's there's no way I'm this wide open.
I don't think she knew there was nobody between her and the basket. She could have walked in.
There was no one within 5 feet of her in any direction, but still a wise move passed out to Mannion, and it's 12-4 Eagles.
She got the teammates involved. I mean, she already has what, 8 points? Seven?
Yep.
Wow.
Cannot call Sydney Middleton selfish with play like that. Gets Mannion on the board. Middleton finds Brooklyn Burnham too far under the basket. Approaching 2.5 remaining in the first. 12-4 ball game. Drive by Naomi Sharpley.
Yeah, and that's not what Parkview wanted right there to force up that kind of shot.
Good ideas, poor execution. Still Eagle ball. As Abby Wirtz will check into the game for the Lady Eagles. As will Kim Henry. We've got a timeout called. Coach Simon calls a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after these messages.
HSA Engineering proudly supports the Eagle student athletes. We would like to encourage all students to explore the STEM field, especially engineering, when considering a future career. Science, technology, mathematics, and even robotics are what make up the foundation of engineering, and engineering starts with education.
Mannion for three, no good. As we come out of the timeout quickly, still trying to work through some technical difficulties. Middleton takes a shot and scores. She's got 9 points.
Yeah, she might have been bumped in the head there, but great move there by Middleton.
Mannion comes up with the steal. Finds Wirtz. Almost taken away by Bria Bailey. Kim Henry wide open, shot fake. Foul called. Is it going to be on the floor? Is on the floor, non-shooting foul. Foul on Kirsten Johnson, her first. Team second. 14-4 ball game, under 2 minutes remaining in the first. Mannion thought about another three. Wirtz with a nice drive, draws the foul and almost scored as she heads to the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's one thing Wirtz provides off the bench. When she is aggressive driving to the basket, it's hard to stop her without fouling her, Sam. I mean, that's what she provides off that bench.
I mean, she's the sixth man, so to speak, but, man, she could start for anybody. I mean, she's that good. That's just how deep we are as a team.
And knocks down the first free throw. Heston back in the game for the Eagles.
Thing is, though, that first 7 or so, right, with Kim Henry, could start for any team.
Right.
Any team,
Sam,
so.
we should be even deeper because we
Well,
have
we could
Madison
be.
Grice, who's injured, and Lila Toll, who's out for the year.
No, definitely.
So, I
And
mean,
then-
we could definitely run a 10-man rotation if we wanted to.
Definitely. There's a
With
lot of
everybody
talent
healthy.
over there, a lot of young talent. We'll graduate one starter out of this group, so.
Yep, 3 seniors on the team. you say Madison Grice is injured?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
She's had some injuries. She just can't get rid of them.
Brooklyn Burnham's three-point just short. Patriots come up with the ball, and they're on the move. Nice defense there by Wirtz. Better offense by Amaya Goolsby for the Patriots.
Tried to set the charge, maybe tried to set up just a tad early.
Middleton drives and scores.
She can do whatever she wants tonight. she may have 30. I mean, seriously, guys.
Smooth as butter was that shot as Brooklyn takes the hit and gets fouled as she goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, great job. But you talk about Sam. I mean, she can get any shot. You run that pick and roll, get her a mid-range. You play off her, she's got that easy mid-range shot all night. You play up on her, she's going to drive right by. I mean, it's really hard to stop. And remember, the Parkview game last year here, mainly what they did, we talked with her afterwards, was they just had her in a pick and roll isolation on one side, and they just went with her attacking the basket against Parkview last year. Might be the game plan here tonight, too.
The thing is, she's already in double digits, and she hadn't even shot a 3 yet.
11 points for Middleton, having a great first quarter, 19-6. As Brooklyn Burnham has another free throw attempt and connects, making it 20-6, 45 seconds remaining in the first. It's been all Eagles so far here tonight from Ripley Arena, Parkview.
Al Flanagan Court, we talked earlier about the court getting named after the former head boys basketball coach. He coached here 23 years, guys. In those 23 years, 12 state championships.
Man, oh, man.
That is basically getting a state championship every other year. I mean, unbelievable. So
and had a son of his still
deserved.
playing at Auburn.
Yep.
Alan Flanagan.
Son's playing at Auburn. We'll be glad when he graduates Auburn. At least the Hogs will.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that game from a few weeks ago. Let's not
talk about the Razorbacks right now. But
probably for the best.
Well deserved in the naming of the court after him.
Great defensive rebound there by Brooklyn Burnham. Heston for three, and she connects a once-upon-a-time three-pointer for Lexi Heston.
Man, what a first quarter for these girls on the road. 2 5-0 teams going at it. Yeah, 23-6. Wow, great start.
Shot up by Naomi Sharpley from way downtown at the buzzer. No good. 23-6 after the first quarter. Connor, let's hear about those sponsors.
Let's hear about them, Chad. Centennial Bank's our Diamond Eagle sponsor. Platinum Eagle sponsors. Countryside Motors, HSA Engineering, Genwell Financial, Lane Family Dentistry. Also, Platinum Eagle sponsors, Lawrence Fleming Hardware, Linda Marie's, San Cecilia, Eagle Granite Marble, Sims Electric, Vilonia Family Dental Care, Vilonia Realty, who's today's sponsor of the game, Vilonia Therapy Services, Gold Eagle sponsors, B&B Siding and Windows, Civil Engineering Associates, Daniel Hudgens, J.C. Thornton Companies, Flying Sea Ranch, Simon Roofing and Restoration, Vilonia Family Pharmacy, Z&E Trucking. Silver Eagle sponsors around the table, Sue Shock Insurance, Infinity Hair Salon, Simple Simon's Pizza, Harp's Hometown Fresh, and Brandon Martinez. And the sponsor of today's game yet again is Vilonia Realty.
All right, thank you, Connor. Had a guest, athletic director Sweeney, dropping by, saying hello. Sam not realizing that he's shouting to the
I can't
athletic
hear.
director.
I'm
Like,
old.
Hey, guys.
he's old and firmed. So sorry about that. Talking over Connor doing the sponsors. Great job, Connor. Ignoring the
We know it's bad, but I can hear it through my headset.
Wow.
So, I mean, Sam.
And I even
Sam,
took my headset off, but I just forgot to cover my
He just
mic.
sits with the headset like right next to him. He's like, they won't
sorry.
hear me then.
Brooklyn Burnham, the steal, the shot is good, and the foul. As she will head to the free throw line.
And I'll steal one out of Drake Toll, who was with us for our last broadcast. He said the difference in like the teams in this conference between them and the Lady Eagles, look at it right now. Two teams 5-0. Lady Eagles 20-point lead start of the second quarter here. Wow.
BB has one loss to us. We beat them really bad at home. And then you beat Little Rock Christian, usually a powerhouse, beat them by 30 at their place. There has not been any competition really since they came back from Dallas, guys. And a Dallas trip did them well. Let's just hope they can stay focused.
Looking at competition ahead, we're probably going to, Central's not really been such of a challenge yet. But thinking about state tournament time, I know we can start thinking about this for the girls, maybe not the boys, but the East is looking tough for matchups-wise.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we know Nettleton is really good.
Marion as well.
Marion is Nettleton's in the East, right?
They
Yes.
are. That'll be your top 2 seeds.
So both teams, Eagles went 1-1 so far this year against the 5A East, losing to Nettleton in the V-Town Showdown Finals at the Eagles Nest, beating Marion in Duncanville, Texas at a tournament. And don't forget, this Saturday, tough competition for the Lady Eagles. The Nashville Scrappers come to the Eagles Nest as Middleton shoots from way downtown. Kim Henry got the rebound, but blocked by the Patriots.
Yeah, you know Nashville's coming for revenge from that game during the Conway tournament. That was a great game. Was that the Eagles' first game of the season?
First game of the season, November 9th, 4-point win for the Eagles at the Conway tournament. Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eagle Vision will be broadcasting that game on Saturday as the Eagles continue the dominance here tonight. 5A Central unbeatens. Not sure Parkview is going to be able to say that after this game. 26-6.
And
early in the second. Go ahead, Connor.
Chad, did I hear something right from Coach Simon earlier? We won that Nashville game, right, with 26 turnovers.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was.
I'm not sure. Maybe he was exaggerating. Maybe not. Probably not. He's a
really,
data guy.
I do remember there were a lot of over-the-head cross-court passes that they tried during that game.
Yeah, right.
That didn't work out. But you've seen also the strength has improved. We've seen a lot of cross-court passes a lot tougher, a lot faster from the Lady Eagles. So even though we learned from Coach Simon that they were missing a player in that game, these Lady Eagles are very much improved from that game as well. So I can't wait for it.
Yeah, both teams have improved. So it's going to be 2 different teams playing each other.
Yeah, there was an injured post player for Nashville not in that game. So that'll be an interesting dynamic come Saturday. But you're right, Austin. The Eagles are a very different team even from November 9th. As the ball gets poked away there by Bria Bailey, remains Eagle ball.
You know, Lexi Heston changed her hair color a while back, but it's still messing me up when I see 30 out there. I'm thinking
good to know I'm not going crazy, Sam. I appreciate it. I mean, it's been so long that she had an entire different hair color since the last game we played.
Is that Buck out there? No, it's not. It's Lexi Heston.
And I think it's darker still. Like it's maybe even darker than it was. But yeah, I'm with you a couple times now. I'm like, is that? It is. Okay.
But no, back we were talking about, Connor, about some of those teams from the East and Mobile State. This year's state tournament for 5A is going to be in Searcy, a lot more local this year compared to last year at Pine Bluff.
Who is in the East.
Yep.
And their boys are not too bad this year.
And it's a brand new arena. I believe it opened this summer. I think it's 97,000 square feet.
Yeah.
With a ton of stuff inside.
From what I've heard, it was $30 million.
Yeah.
For that
very
arena.
nice.
Connor, it's not nice to tell people what stuff costs.
Oh
You know
my.
better than
It's
that.
public knowledge.
I know your dad taught you better than that. Come on now. That's rumors and hearsay.
My arena's bigger than yours, Chad.
Huh?
I don't even know where I was going with that. He's talking about like
that makes you, me, and the rest of the
about to say, yeah.
I'm just saying,
what's
you know,
happening
That
right
timeout was needed there. I think after that comment
All
by
right,
Sam.
we got a timeout called. We're going to take one as well and come back, grab our sanity, and come back for more Eagle Vision basketball right after this.
From the first years to the golden years, Vilonia Therapy Services proudly serves every generation in our community. Our pediatric team combines experience and care to provide exceptional physical, occupational, and speech therapy to this precious generation. The generation of athletes, weekend warriors, and those with aggravating injuries receive quality orthopedic care to get back into life. And to our generation full of wisdom and love, but worn by time, we provide encouragement and knowledge to return function and regain independence. So if you have back or neck pain, vertigo, sprains and strains, need a joint replacement, or have children needing compassionate help, let Vilonia Therapy Services serve you and your family. You don't have to leave town to receive your most beneficial care at your most critical time in life. Go Eagles!
And we are back coming out of the timeout. Lady Eagles with the ball. 18-point lead for Vilonia. Bree takes a shot. Kristen Cooper all over the place. Cooper gets the jump ball, but it's going to remain with the Eagles. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the half. This game's not over. Let's not.
When you're
Never
up 18,
enough, Chad. Never enough.
You're up 18. You're not going to get a call you normally would get like that bump, but.
There was a lot of contact, no call. Mannion finds Heston, finds Henry, loses the handle but gets run over. All right.
They're saying it went out of bounds before the contact.
Yeah, that's what I think they're saying. But that was even though that turned into a turnover, great possession, being patient, dumping inside to Lexi Heston, seeing that backside with Kim Henry. It was the right look, just couldn't hang on to the balls.
All right, I was told that Scorebook Live's roster was correct.
Well,
I have no number 2.
Scorebook Live coming in clutch there.
Bree takes a shot and gets
Well, let's
fouled.
see. Right?
Oh, that's a shooting foul. That's a shooting foul. Shooting 2.
Chloe Austin is number 2.
Sweet. Chloe Austin. She's not on my roster. Did he just say that out loud?
Yes, he
Yes.
did.
Oh, sweet.
That's why I took my headset off. so I could hear it.
Fortuitous timing. Chloe Austin, number 2 for the Patriots, called for the foul. Her first, team third, with 5 minutes remaining in the half, in this quarter. We might get to 5. Might see some extra free throws here come into play. Let's see.
Free throw was good there. And, yeah, we're going to let Chad do some research on them
I got it.
on them rosters.
That was Bree, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. 27-8. High score so far, Sydney Middleton with 11. She's been kind of quiet the last couple minutes after we talked all that. Shot up, no good. Wild shots being thrown up.
Man, Inspector Gadget arms there by Burnham. She just grabbed it out of midair.
Bree takes a tough fall. Slow to get up. Hopefully she's okay.
Tough. She's tough, though.
But I want you saying that outlet pass was
She just
that
kinda
was
went
great.
Bloop.
The sound effects really added to it there, Sam, you know.
Brianna still feeling the effects of that hard fall, trying to shake it off, showing some real toughness here tonight. She's got 3 points, as she's got 2 more opportunities here.
Hey, if you're a twin and you're not tough, something's wrong.
A rare miss from free throw land for Bree Burnham, shooting around 60% from the line. And she connects on number 2. Still feeling the effects of the fall on that first one, I'm sure. Able to knock the second one down. Lead back to 20. 4.5 remaining in the second. Patriots just can't get anything going on offense against this stifling Lady Eagle defense.
I mean, they're trying double screens. They're trying to be aggressive, go inside. Nothing has worked as yet another turnover here for the Parkview Patriots.
That was Chloe Austin. I guess it went out of bounds. I thought she traveled.
No,
Either way,
it
it's
went out of bounds.
Eagle ball.
But, I mean, yeah, they were trying some of those double screens to get them free on a pick. Nothing's worked. They've tried being patient in motion. Nothing is working against this Lady Eagles defense, Sam.
And we've seen this season, the Eagles in the second half are even better than the first. So Mannion for 3, top of the key.
Wow.
Doesn't touch a thing but the bottom of the net. A once upon a time 3-pointer for Maddie Mannion.
It's her second, right?
Her second of the night. Indeed it is, Sam.
So, yeah, like you said, Austin, I mean, when you're playing in your guards, you're playing a bunch of guards, we're going to dominate. What I worry about is as we get into, the postseason and you're playing these big teams from the East, that gets a little complicated because you've got to play your best game. You've got to be able to be everywhere, double teaming.
Yep. And that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, that Nashville matchup.
Yeah.
On Saturday, we talked about, just because they'll have their post presence back, that'll be a good check for this Lady Eagles team and see how they can go at them defensively when it comes to that tournament time.
Yeah, kind of like seeing Lake Hamilton last year, kind of a mid-season checkup on how are we doing in non-conference.
And don't we have them again this year?
Lake Hamilton?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we
at
do.
Lake Hamilton.
At Lake Hamilton, that's correct.
And, man, I'll just talk about that was such a fun environment for that game last year, both boys and girls. It's great because you don't see that kind of thing of non-conference that late in the season very often.
Great crowd. Lake Hamilton on February 9th. That one will be at Lake Hamilton. And it was a close game. Boys could have won it one either way, but Lake Hamilton came away with a win.
Well, and looking at Lake Hamilton's roster, Ty Robinson's still there.
Yep.
He's looking like he's going to FAU, Florida Atlantic, who's ranked really high in college basketball right now, so a good choice for him.
Middleton goes coast to coast, had Sharpley blanketed all over her. That's going to be 3 on Middleton.
That's a frustration foul after the miss. I mean, she zigzagged through all those girls and then just missed the layup. But
there's also a lot of contact.
there was contact, for sure.
That's going to be 5 team fouls on the Eagles. So that's going to send the Patriots to the free throw line for the final 3 minutes of this quarter on every subsequent foul. Can't see the number. I think that's Kirsten Johnson. Nope, it is
Number 20.
20, Hillary Jones, one of the senior Patriots.
And it looks like Simon's going to keep Middleton out there despite the fouls, which I kind of understand, wanting to extend that lead out more, make it more comfortable, and not having to risk that, as we're going to have, assuming, lane violation there on the free throw.
You would hope.
That lane violation brought to you by
Lane Family Dentistry.
Hey, there we go. We've been waiting for one of those. There we go.
We don't get those very
You
often.
were trying to pass up the first
I know.
lane violation
I totally
on our
wasn't even-
opponent of the season?
Wasn't even paying attention.
Come on. Story of your life, Sam. Middleton drives. Still a lot of contact. Nothing called. Misses another layup.
Yeah.
31-8. Don't panic.
31 to 8. There's going to have to be blood on a jersey to get a call right now.
I mean, that's all fine and good, except you're setting the tone here for the second half, and it's going to be the Royal Rumble here from Ripley Arena. And a great move by Bree Burnham.
how many times do you think she's done that? in her
That
young
was
career?
so smooth. Going to the middle, just a quick spin and a little
Go
scoop
left.
layup. I mean, that was beautiful.
That was almost
Reverse
the old
right.
Hakeem Olajuwon dream shake.
There you go.
Oh, me. 24 shot up and just comes out. Mannion with another rebound. The Eagles have rebounded well tonight. Bree with the left hand, a little strong.
Yeah, that's 3 layups we've missed tonight. We just got to clean up some stuff like that. But, I mean, if you told me we got 30-something points and it's not even halftime, that means you're not, you've knocked the rust off, I would say.
Eagles come in averaging about 60 points per game. They've got over half that with 1:49 remaining in the second. Unforced error by the Patriots.
I mean, really, we haven't really turned the ball over. We've just missed some.
We had a couple of turnovers
couple,
very early on, but ever since then, I mean,
crazy.
they've been on it.
just missing some layups and things that you've got to make sure you connect on as we get closer to postseason. You got to make every opportunity you have. There's the turnover. Just said we're not turning the ball over.
They're going to get Heston there for that. And that's going to be another free throw shooting opportunity.
And yeah, I know you talked about sometimes just some of those mislays. Again, that's the things we talked about, this weather, missing a whole week.
Yeah.
Chad talked about it. They're not allowed to practice that entire week. Didn't get to practice till this past weekend. I mean, those are the type of things that you usually can work out in that practice, but only having those couple of days since that whole weather come through, sometimes you're going to miss some of those layups.
Yep.
Yeah, Coach Simon said that practice was pretty sloppy. That's understandable coming off a 2-week layover.
Sometimes you have a great game off of a bad practice, but going back to
It
the
is 33-11.
Yeah. Going back to the 5A, and we talk about postseason. This past week, guys, Greenwood was beaten again.
Another lane violation brought to you by
Harrison.
That would be his papa.
Brian Lane. Brian
Lane Family Dentistry.
Sam's been like, I'm waiting for the lane violation. Then it actually happens. He's not prepared.
Threw me off because I was right in the middle of a thought. I can't do
man.
two things
My
at once.
goodness. Bree Burnham took another huge shot. No call.
I was about to say both the coaches, I think, were looking like, was that something there? I don't know.
Hit the basket, but
Mannion, I think, was it Mannion hit another three?
Yeah, another three by Mannion, and that's another once-upon-a-time three-pointer. But going back to that postseason, as we get ready to play that, Greenwood will not be the #1 team next week. If we win this game, we should move to #1 in 5A because Greenwood was beat by Mountain Home, guys.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another Mountain Home Lady Bombers. They may have a big post presence. We don't know. I don't know how they won that game, but they did beat Greenwood. So
Sam calling out Mountain Home.
Hey. Well, I'm just saying that somebody else you got to think about is
wow.
The shot and the foul by Brooklyn Burnham avenging Sis Bree, who's on the bench, taking a couple of horrible shots.
Man, what a finish there. I don't know how she got that shot to fall. Unreal play there on the finish.
Sorry, Sam, I cut you off.
No,
I think
good.
that's like the fourth thought that's
It's
kind
all
of trailed off there.
It's all good. It's going to be interesting to see how it all gets laid out with all the different conferences and who are the 1 through 4s.
I mean, I'll just say it, Sam. Anyone who can beat Greenwood
is a
is
contender.
going to be a contender,
Right?
if we're being honest.
Yeah. So you got Greenwood, Mountain Home, Vilonia, Nettleton. Obviously, we saw them at home, and they looked like they were in postseason form. I mean, hopefully that was just they just had a really good night that night.
Nettleton looked unbeatable that night.
And
100%.
then, you know, Marion, we beat them by 2 down at Texas. So, you know, they're going to be tough.
A block rejection by Brooklyn Burnham. Patriots stick around and score. Cuts the lead to 25.
But, you know, it's got to be hard when you're like Coach Simon and you've got a team with this kind of talent that can run through the conference undefeated probably or very likely will, and then keeping them focused and their head on straight to get ready for postseason because it's one and done at that point. I mean, you've got to be locked down focused, laser focused.
So it's the number of losses, right? Because Greenwood has lost to North Little Rock. They've lost to Little Rock Christian. They've lost to Vilonia.
Yeah.
They've lost to Mountain Home. So they're 14-4.
And we're
12-5.
Should be 13-5 after tonight.
About to be 13-5.
I just think you give it to Vilonia considering, you know, opponents and who you
And, you know, because Sam wants it to give it to Vilonia, you know.
Well, who have you beat lately? And, you know, you got to give it. Vilonia did beat Greenwood, even though the score was close. That was not a game until the very, very end. I mean, we were up 18 in that fourth quarter. Just kind of had to shore up that shore up the turnovers there. Kind of got scary, but yes. I say give it to them. Let them run with it.
Middleton with an and one. She's got 14 points tonight. 41-14. Waning seconds here of the first half.
41 points, and we're not to halftime.
Half on 82 are the Eagles as the Patriots get a layup. Naomi Sharpley with the bucket. Heston drives all the way and scores
There you go.
at the buzzer. Makes it 43-16. What a half for the Eagles. 41 wasn't enough, said Lexi Heston.
Oh, my goodness, guys. Wow, you want to talk about coming out of a break like that? I mean, unreal. 43-16 at the half. Lead Eagles had a couple turnovers early on, but they turned it up defensively and have hit a bunch of big shots to extend this lead out a huge amount, Sam.
I mean, you know what I like about that, too, though? It was her court awareness that there was 7 seconds left. She never gave up on it. She goes, I'm going to get a good shot off, and she did. And so that just shows you right now, there, your team is in. They're focused, and they're thinking about everything.
All right, so PSA real quick. We are going to go out during one of these commercials. We're going to try and switch Wi-Fi around and see if we can get the right title. So you're going to have to find a new stream during halftime. Trying to run as many commercials as we can, but we are going to find different internet. That way we can get this all worked out for you.
All right, so as Connor said, we're going to cut out here, find the new stream for the second half. It will be labeled correctly Vilonia at Parkview, and then we'll have everything figured out by the boys' game. Don't go anywhere. 43-16 lead, a statement first half by the Vilonia Lady Eagles. We'll be back with more Eagle Vision basketball.